Unemployment isn't just a money problem. It's a test of your sanity. You start doing random stuff throughout the day just to try to feel something and not feel as bad as you're feeling right now. So today, we are ranking the worst things to do while unemployed, starting with playing video games all day. You play video games not to have fun, but to forget about all your problems in real life. But if you play League of Legends, you are just replacing your problems in real life with problems of toxic teammates and just not having a good time. You're not even having fun at this point. You're just playing to kill time and forget that you exist. And even though you lost the last 20 games, you can't end in a loss, and you know how good it feels when you finally do get that win. So you continue to play despite feeling absolutely miserable and somehow worse than when you started. So this is going to go in the dopamine chasing tier because all you're doing is chasing a win. It doesn't even feel good, but you know what's worse than losing in video games? Convincing yourself that you're actually applying for jobs. Sitting there looking at jobs all day is not applying to jobs. Sitting there updating your resume, saying that you have leadership experience and you're proficient in Excel because you made that 3-cell budget once and you told your friends where to eat, is not applying to jobs. You're just sitting here telling yourself that you're making progress, applying to jobs, updating that resume, looking at jobs, seeing what's out there. But realistically, this is all just delusional progress. You make yourself feel good by thinking, yeah, I'm making progress, I'm looking for that job, I'm seeing what's out there, but we aren't doing anything. Then you tell yourself, before I get a job, I have to fix my sleep schedule first. Because at this point, time doesn't exist for you anymore. You're unemployed, you have nowhere to be, nothing to do, all your friends are busy because they all have working jobs. So why do you need to wake up on time? Time just doesn't exist. You could stay up all night playing video games, or if you're like me, watching self-help videos until 2 a.m. And then you wake up at noon, 1 o'clock, feeling like all your potential is gone. At this point, you're just in denial. And of course, since your sleep schedule is so messed up, you're gonna be too tired from doing nothing all day that you're not gonna go to the gym now. Let's be honest, we've all been there. Nothing feels better than gambling and winning money, but nothing also feels worse. And if you're like me, you can't end on a loss. So you're down $300 chasing $20 and it's 2 a.m. and you're putting it all on black on the roulette table. This is the definition of dopamine chasing, because you feel nothing else in real life. So this is the only thing that makes you feel alive. And when you finally had enough losses and you're tired of losing, you decide, all right, I am going to figure out a way of how to make money instead of just gambling and relying on luck. So you start watching gurus to 1 a.m. in bed talking about how to make 10K a month on dropshipping, YouTube automation, and every other business model under the sun. You go to bed super motivated. You're like, all right, tomorrow's the day. This is the new idea. I'm gonna try it. I watched all these videos. You have all this information, and you decide to try it for a month or two, maybe even 3 months. And when it undoubtedly doesn't work, you repeat the cycle, watch another guru talk about how to make 10K a month with another business model. You wake up motivated, start that new idea, and you are forever stuck chasing shiny objects. And after a few months of this cycle, reality hits. Rent is due, so you have to move back home because you haven't made any money. I realized I forgot to put researching business ideas as delusional progress. So you hit up that one friend and you guys get hype. You guys are gonna talk about the name, the brand, the vision. What are we gonna talk about?
Yeah, boy.
And we do everything and anything except record the first episode.
You stupid Nick!
As if anyone is going to listen to two bums who still live at home anyway. But at least this makes you feel good about yourself and makes it feel like you're making progress. So this is delusional progress. But when that inevitably fails, you just decide to watch all your old comfort shows. You throw on an old show that you used to love, like The Office or Friends, and you're not really watching TV or enjoying the show. You're just using it because it means you don't have to think. All the noise allows you to just forget about your problems because if you were just sitting there in silence, you would then realize what a mess your life is, and we don't want that. So this is a great way to just sit in denial and really forget about your problems. Eventually though, the screens get too much and it gives you that headache if you're like me, and you're just like, I gotta get out of here. So you try to heal. It's time to go on a mental health walk. And honestly, these mental health walks can be pretty beneficial. I mean, as long as you're not taking out your phone, going outside, getting some sunlight, this is actually something I'd recommend. The problem here is when they go too long and you're now an hour away from your house because you just kept walking with directionless. But right when you get back to your house, you know, you're gonna open Twitch and decide that you're going to be the next big streamer.
No, God!
But at least you tried with the mental health walk. The first day is great. You wake up motivated. You're like, my life's about to change. The rocky cutscene's in your head. You enter the gym, you take that cold shower, you eat right, and you're like, this is my new life. By day 3 though, that alarm clock's ringing, your body's exhausted, that cold shower's not looking very warm, and you decide you deserve a rest day. But hey, at least you got in the gym that one day, so this has got to be a dopamine chasing, because the thought of starting something new always feels good. But once your monk mode fails, you start craving a different kind of motivation, and a loneliness starts to hit. You decide to re-download dating apps. You're not really looking for love, you're just trying to feel something, and you want to feel wanted. You don't want to sit alone with your own thoughts, and you can sit there brain rotting all day, doing 1,000 swipes, just to finally get that one match, and they give you one-word responses like, hey, okay. But when you do get that one match, man, that makes you feel great, and it makes you think this is gonna be the next love of your life. This is it.
Yeah, boy.
But in reality, right when she's bored of the conversation, she unmatches with you, and you are left in despair. So when you're finally sick of swiping all day and getting one-word responses, you face the final boss. Every guy's ultimate battle. Lust. You tell yourself it's healthy. You tell yourself you need it. You need to release every once in a while. You tell yourself all these lies, justifying why you have to do it. But every time you do it, every single time, you instantly feel regret.
A few moments later.
But then a few hours later, that 1 millisecond that you're bored, what's your first thought go to? You open up that corn hub and you feel good for those few seconds that you last, and then it's instant regret again. And then you're just stuck staring at a pixel on the screen every day just to feel something good. This is truly rock bottom, when we had to only rely on corn hub to make us feel good. At this point, all there really is acceptance, and one day you will get your life together, hopefully. It's hard, but I believe in you. If any of this felt like you saw yourself in the mirror in this video, maybe leave a sub, because you're not the only one going through it, and maybe we can help each other get out of this hole. I'll see you in the next video.